welcome back to Shape Adventures. And today we're going to be venturing into whew, the big, great world of NCLEX registration. NCLEX registration is not fun. It is long. It is time consuming. That's the same thing as long time. So we're gonna start the video off going through the recommended way, and then we'll talk about the way I recommend after we go through all of the official steps. Step one, selecting your board of nursing. It seems easy, but it is not easy. The board of nursing is going to cost you so much stress on the back end if you just randomly choose. So, what I could recommend you doing is not choosing just based on where you want to go. As soon as you make that mistake, that could cost you a lot of money in the end. Like, I know a lot of Caribbean people might choose Florida because that's the cheapest plane ticket. Florida gives you so much hassle, so don't choose Florida. Um, Maybe you might decide I really want to work in Tennessee, so I just go register for everything with Tennessee. I know someone who gone through Tennessee, and she will tell you do not go through there. It costs you a lot of money because you have to remember you're foreign educated. So like a lot of these border nursing, they were designed like the application process was designed for someone who is American. So they'll ask for a social security number. You don't have a social security number. They'll ask for your U.S. address, or they'll tell you you can't get a license until you have your U.S. address. You don't have a U.S. address because you're foreign educated and you live not in the U.S. So the first border nursing would be New Mexico. Now, I just want to preface this before I move any further by saying when I say no English proficiency exam needed, I mean those from English speaking countries. So New Mexico, no English proficiency exam needed. The application fee is $150 and you pay for everything online. Illinois, no English proficiency exam needed. The application fee is $108, but you have to mail everything in. You have to mail your payment in. Minnesota, no English exam. Oh, sorry. In Minnesota, English exam is needed and it costs about $140, but you do pay for everything online. Nebraska, no English exam needed. It's $128. No English exam. Is that no English exam needed? Texas, you pay online. It's $75. No English exam is needed, but they do have an extra exam called like a Judipers exam or something like that. I probably messed it up. But it's basically just like a law exam for you to go over basic laws for nurses in that country, and you have to take that before you could get your ATT. So that's step one. You decided your board of nursing. No means am I saying to use those board of nursings, but those are the board of nursings that have been tried and proven for foreign educated nurses. So I recommend those ones. Moving on, CGFNS. All of those board of nursings will ask for a report from CGFNS. And the report from CGFNS just basically is saying she's not lying, he or she are not lying. They actually went to nursing school, they went to high school, they did what they were supposed to do and they got the certificates. That's basically all CGFNS reports to that board. CGFNS requires your board of nursing in your country to send something to them in the US. They require that the school that you went to study in nursing send something to them in the US. And they require that you upload a high school diploma or whatever would be the um, diploma for your country. So, like with the Bahamas, we have a BGCSE certificate that people usually take in grade 12. If you don't have a high school diploma, you could upload the BGCSE certificate. So, whatever would be your BGCSE certificate for your country, which is just like exams, like standardized exams for your country that you would take in high school. Think on that level, and CGFNS will accept that. And that's all CGFNS requires. Um, Next step, after you get CGFNS, after you paid for your board of nursing application fee, you paid for CGFNS, the next thing that your board of nursing is going to require would be fingerprints. Fingerprinting has to be done at a recognized fingerprinting company in your country, and they have to be scanned at a recognized fingerprinting agency in the state that you chose. So in the Bahamas, the recognized fingerprinting company would be the Royal Bahamas Police Force, and you would have to go to Central Detective Unit to get those processed. So for your country, Honestly, your best bet just is to go through your police force. For sure that would be recommended. They do fingerprinting on FBI cards that you have to provide for yourself if you're from the Bahamas. I don't know if any other company would provide them for you. And I would recommend getting two fingerprints, set of fingerprints done, just in case something happens, like with shipping. They'd have another copy to fall back on. So you get your fingerprints done in your country. Then you have to go on the Board of Nursing's website and see the list of recommended vendors that you could send those fingerprints to. Because what they do is they take the paper fingerprints that you get done in your country and they scan them onto a computer to get your background check done for the US. So you don't send those fingerprinting cards to your state board of nursing for the US. You send them to a fingerprinting agency that your state board of nursing recommends in the US. So Illinois had a whole list of fingerprinting companies that they recommend. I just chose one. I paid for it online. They gave me the address to send the fingerprints to. I sent it. They scanned them. They did everything for me. And I guess they sent the report to Illinois. However, it was done. But Illinois got my fingerprints. And after that, you pay for Pearson View. So Pearson View is the center that you go to basically to sit your NCLEX. That's the computer center. They have all of the computers. You sit down in front of the computer, you take your NCLEX, and they charge a fee for providing that service. After you've completed all of your steps, your state board of nursing that you selected and paid your application fee to will contact Pearson View, and Pearson View will contact you to tell you you have authorization to test. And that's why it's so important to pay for Pearson View. You can the same time you pay for your state board of nursing because they do all the communication with Pearson View. So that's the recommended process. Pay for the state application fee, then CGFNS, and then fingerprinting, and then Pearson View. I recommend that you do CGFNS first. CGFNS is the longest part of the process. It takes a while. CGFNS is dependent on how long it takes your country's board of nursing to send stuff to them. CGFNS is dependent on how long it takes your school to send your transcript to them. And CGFNS is dependent on how long it takes their officers to process your application. It could take anywhere from honestly 2 to 3 months for your CGFNS report. I would recommend doing CGFNS first, and then when you see all of your green ticks on CGFNS, then you pay for your state board of nursing and you go do your fingerprints. And if you're doing Texas, you go do the law exam, and then you pay for Pearson View. Do not wait until your report is issued. I don't know if that's going to cause any hiccups with CGFNS. Do not wait until your report is issued from CGFNS. I would say just wait until they receive all of your documents and then go ahead and pay for everything else. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I just started this YouTube channel, so all of the views and all of the subscriptions, um, it's really appreciated. Like I said, I'm a loss for words sometimes. If you have a question, any question at all, just leave it down in the comment box below, and I will be happy to answer it. Like honestly, I will be happy to answer it. Um, and you can follow me on Instagram, same name here, Shea Butter Adventures. And I'm on TikTok where I try to do vlogs at Shea Butter Adventures 25. And as always, once again, thank you for watching and happy venturing.